and now we want to go over to what we have on the back. So going over to what we have on the back, the sleeve is going to be connected at this point. So I will just take this line to this point. That is where my off shoulder is going to start. Okay, so for the back neckline, I'm going to use the calculation of shoulder divided by 2. Shoulder divided by 2, my shoulder is 15, divided by 2 is 7.5, and that is what I used right here. So whatever your full shoulder is, divided by 2. Okay, so what I have here is 7.5. So this 7.5 now, whatever yours is, minus 1.5 from it. If I do that, I'll be having 6 inches. So this 6 inches now, I'm going to mark this line at my sleeve. That is going to be where the sleeve is going to be attached. It's supposed to be equal, okay, for your off shoulder. So but before I do that, let me contour what I have at the back. I'm contouring with 0.75 because the human back is not as straight as this. So I take it all the way. So all of this is my shoulder line. So I'm taking off my dart. I love to take off my dart for my back bodies. Okay, so I'm going to measure what I have on my waist divided by 4 because I've already taken off my dart. And because of this contour line, I'm going to measure my new bust circumference from the contour line at 10 inches, and this is it. So right here, I'm going to mark from here to here, and that becomes my new. So we are no longer using this. That becomes my new bodies. So this is where the sleeve is going to start, and I'm going to measure the calculation of the off shoulder at 6 inches from this point. Okay, remember our contour line, we are cutting off all of this. So from this point, I'm going to measure 6 inches, and this is it, my 6 inches. And from that 6 inches, I'm going to slant my ruler for an off shoulder. So make sure you slant your ruler. The off shoulder line is slanted. Okay, the ruler line is usually slanted. So I slant it to connect back to my armhole line. Okay, so what I have from here to here is 4.5, and what I have from here to here is also about that. All right, people, so now we are done. So it's time for us to recreate our neckline the way you want. From that point of my neckline, I'm going to position my ruler right into the chest line for the off shoulder. Then if you want your off shoulder part not to be too open, then you can come up by 1.5. okay, if you don't want it too open. So I'll just come up by 1.5 for those who do not want to expose the back so much. So we are done, people, with this drafting, and I'm going to cut out what I have on the off shoulder right now. So for a perfect off shoulder sleeve, okay, I also have a detailed video on how to make an off shoulder, so you can go through it on this channel for the off shoulder sleeve. Okay, so I'm cutting through the contour line. Okay, remember the contour line is not part of it. Then I'm cutting through the neckline, and I'm cutting through the armhole, the new armhole line we created for our off shoulder. So what we have right here is the back bodies. Okay, so this is the body's back, and it's as simple as this. So all you need to do is to place your fabric, Ankara, or whatever fabric you want to use for your off shoulder, back and front. You are cutting 2 times of this for left and right. The zipper will be in between. Then you also cut another 2 times for your lining for a perfect inseam finishing. Okay, so I set this aside, and I come over to the cutting of what I have on the front. So for the front, I'm going to cut through my bust dart, and I'm cutting through my off shoulder neckline. I take it into this. So for off shoulders, you don't need to replace the dart, okay? We don't replace that dart, even if it's running to the armhole, as it's running to the armhole, or it's not running. You don't replace it because of I've already explained why you don't do that, because of the calculation we did. If you notice, you can see we took away from the back, but for the front we did not remove anything because the dart already has taken off the off shoulder calculation, okay? So as the back does not have any dart, that is why we went ahead and reduced the 1.5 for the off shoulder. So this is the simplest way to go about your off shoulder. So once you drop the back, just simply connect from that point. So the dart has been eliminated, and this is my F1, front number 1 and front number 2. So I'm going to close up my bust dart right now. So I cut through the bust dart and apply my adhesive to the bust dart. Okay, so once adhesive is applied now, this is it, bust dart is closed, and then this is it now. So I'm going to blend what I have. You don't need to have too much sharp points at that point. So that is it now, okay? So you can also match up. So everything is matching up. We don't need to replace anything. So this is your off shoulder pattern, as you can see. So if I match up now, we are going to sew this into the sweetheart neckline, okay? You can see what we have right there. So it gives you that perfect sweetheart and runs. But if you actually want the sweetheart deep, this is what you are going to do. As we have finished drafting right now, you can still go in, you can still go down, okay? If you actually want the sweetheart deep by 1 inch, okay? So I'll come up back with my pattern ruler as it is there together, and then I can give it the shape I desire, okay? So you can give it the shape and it also works. So I'll just cut more on this, okay? So I will have a deeper sweetheart neckline. Can you see? So as it is on the thumbnail, this is exactly, now we got exactly what we wanted. So by the time you sew, you have the sweetheart neckline. So remember that this part, that is where your sleeve is going to start. Make sure you make a notch, because the way it is on the thumbnail right there, you notice that the sleeve has the sweetheart U neckline running down before the sleeve is attached. So make sure you do that. So once that is done, this is what you have on the back. So you can see the back piece. From this point, the sleeve is going to be attached. It's supposed to be equal at that point, okay? So that is that, and we are done with this tutorial. And I believe you learned a lot once again from Simrai Fashion Academy YouTube channel. So if you are new to this channel, please kindly subscribe, turn on your notification bell to receive videos like this every day. Like this video, share to family and friends, and drop your comments on the comment section and your suggestions as well. So thank you for coming once again, and see you in the next video. Bye.